welcome back to another video. Today we're going to talk about the most annoying thing, the most annoying nuisance, the bane of most soy wax candle makers' existence. We're going to talk about frosting. So the honest answer is that in all fairness, you probably will never get rid of frosting in your candles, particularly if you're using colored candles. So if you're using things like dye chips or dye liquids, that's when like the frosting is the most visible, and you look at it and it just looks dry. Like it looks like the back of someone's foot where they haven't creamed it. Like it just looks crusty, it just looks dry, it looks like it's going off. But honestly, that's all just like, it's all just a natural occurrence, particularly in soy wax. So don't worry. A lot of the time it happens to majority of us as well. Don't think that you've done something wrong, or that there's something wrong with the wax, because it particularly is very predominant in soy candle wax. So one that actually happened to me quite earlier, like you can see here that there is frosting on this candle, particularly in the grooves. I know when I was making the body candles, you'd get frosting like in every single nook and cranny, and it would just look off. It looked like a little bit moldy. But a couple of things that may help, it might not eliminate, but it will definitely help, is that I realized if you take the mold out, if you take the candle out of the mold sooner, so usually I leave my candles in the mold for like an hour, it's still warm and a little bit moist. However, if you can, try to take them out of the mold a little bit earlier. I realized that if I leave them overnight, then they do tend to get a lot more frosty, or even if I leave them in for like 2 hours, or I put it in a mold and I just forget about it, it just goes really frosty. So I'd say my first advice is to try and take it out the mold sooner. Obviously let it set. Mostly if it's still quite soft, then you probably have to leave it in. But yeah, just try to take it out of the mold a little bit earlier. Usually around, particularly for like pillow waxes, it takes about an hour at least to set, depending on what it is. My second advice would be pouring the wax at a lower temperature. So reason being is when I've tried to pour it at higher temperatures, so usually I pour around 160 for the pillar candles, I would try to pour it around 152. Like if you look at the wax and it hasn't started to crystallize or like harden yet, you could always try and see how low it can get before it starts to go like harden a little along the sides. So you always try and pour it at the lowest temps. And also it depends on your environment where you're making a candle. If it's quite cold and your wax is really hot, then that also may cause it to frost a lot quicker, because of the different temperatures between the wax and then the temperature of the room. So you want the temperatures to be quite similar in that sense. That might help as well. My third advice would be, I mean, I personally haven't tried this myself, but a lot of people has recommended it to me, is to spray some rubbing alcohol into the mold. That way it will release the candle and it won't allow it to stick. So a lot of the time with the frosting, when I take it out of the mold, it sticks onto the candle, and that's what causes some of the frosting sometimes. So if you spray a little bit of rubbing alcohol onto the mold, then that may help to stop it from sticking and also frosting a little bit at the same time as well. To be fair, I have made pillar candles with absolutely no oils, no fragrance oils, nothing. So it's no fragrance oils, no color, and a lot of them have turned out fine. So I think it's in particularly when you add things into the soy wax, I think it's, like I said in my last video, it's all down to science. So when you have a lot of different compounds mixed in with each other, they all have different melting temperatures and heating temperatures. A lot of them have different properties compared to the other kind of compounds that they're mixed in with. Also, I would say that a lot of frosting happens particularly when you add in candle dye, like the colors. So if you really don't want frosting, then just don't add the color at all. You are left with its natural color, which is probably like white cream, which is really nice, but again, If you really do want color, then try the other steps. I'm not saying that this will completely eliminate all frosting. I'm just saying that it will help. And I have had my fair share of struggles, and I've reached out to so many people and they've all advised me one of the 3 following that I've mentioned. So give that a go, let me know, and hopefully like this video would at least have helped you in some sort of way. Also, I've set up a Calendly account, so I will be, I mean, this is like test trials right now, but I will be choosing about 3 to 5 people that I will help for free. So all you need to do is just book a meeting with me and I'll meet up with you for 30 minutes, and any questions that you may have. I mean, I am not a candle expert, but one thing I really want to do is I really want to help those who want to get started, because I've been there and loads of people have reached out to me as well, and I just genuinely love helping people get started. So if it's any questions to do with like where you can get packaging from, what kind of wax that you want to try out, how many wicks that you should try out first, what kind of wicks, what kind of fragrance, packaging labels, any of those kind of questions, like I really want to help you guys. And I know a lot of you do add the comments down below and I don't get back to you guys as quickly as I would like to. So I will be choosing 3 to 5 people depending obviously on availability, and I would just love to help you guys get started with any questions, or even if you want to go through like a quick candle trial test run, then yeah, I'll sit there on camera and I'll try and help you guys. Again, I'm just kind of testing the waters with this. I don't know whether this will be permanent, but I genuinely want to help a few of you guys in real time, and that's just something that I'm really trying out right now. I hope this video has helped. As usual, follow me on my Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Vibely, YouTube, all of that stuff. Everything is just Kima London. Check out my website as well. I am currently testing out new candles, so I've only got like stone trinkets on my website right now, but again, just have a look, you know, support your girl. Anything else you guys want me to cover, let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next video.